Hello, Pisces. Welcome to September. Your opposite sign, Virgo. Full moon in your sign coming up. Actually, did it happen already? I don't even know what day it is. So a lot of focus on you with the moon in the center. Whoops, sorry, that's my chair. Let me readjust my legs here. Okay. So the moon coming out in the center, it is a Piscean card. And she is kind of a master of illusion. You can see the holographic nature of her face, of her head, the holographic nature of the dog. You may be operating on a very psychic level this month. You may have a lot of intuition kind of stirring. You may have just a lot of feelings. Maybe even a lot of suspicion. But I think what this stirring actually is, it's not really about the other person. It's not really about the situation, whatever it is you're dealing with. It's actually about coming into your power. Pisces represents the ultimate, of what this world could be, which is why it's so connected with idealism and fairy tales and all of that. Because it's in Pisces, and I've said this before, and I think it was maybe my last month's reading, I was like, can't we all just get along? Can't we all just be nice? And why does this world, this world is so weird. Why are we all so mean to each other? Why do we treat each other like that? And you can really get yourself in trouble because you just have that faith, faith in what this person could be. But you've gone through so many of those lessons now of maybe people letting you down or of people not really having your back the way you had their back. And so now you've figured out how the intuition really speaks. You've figured out how to really decipher the messages that are coming through. And here's Virgo, right? Here's a Virgo card. You may be dealing with a Virgo or another earth sign. Someone seems to be walking away in a different direction. They have their... So this card has been coming out in every single sign. So of course I'm not surprised that it's here. It's a beautiful card. The Star. Pandora's box. Stuff is going to come out this month. I haven't even looked at the stars. I don't even really know what major transits are really happening. I know Saturn's moving forward, we've got Mercury now, Mars moving forward now. So I don't even really know what's going on. Mars going forward in your 12th house, so maybe that has a lot to do with it, Real connection in a real way. People that have Mars in the 12th house natally, like myself, they know how powerful that intuition can be. It can be clumsy and it can be overwhelming, and so the deciphering of those messages really is what needs to come into play here with the moon. Honesty. Because things can get a little bit messy, especially when there's so much stuff coming up. This person is going to have stuff coming up too. This looks like a positively oriented person. Okay, positively oriented Virgo in quality. Someone who is fulfilling their duty, someone who is doing what they're supposed to do. You may or may not have a strong connection. It could even be indicative of your own work ethic, your own ability to get things done and be productive and all that good stuff. So this can speak to people in many different ways. But see, as the stuff comes up, it welcomes true healing. It welcomes acceptance of our own internal darkness, and in turn, accepting the darkness in someone else. If we can accept our dark side, then we can not help but accept the darkness in someone else. Now, you might not accept if someone else chooses to live in the darkness or to live in that, more selfish way, but you understand it. What your process is at this time is a mirror image to what their process is as well. You two are connected. The Death card indicates an ending. It always indicates an ending. And it is a welcome energy. It is an energy to be honored and respected. Death puts pressure on us. It reminds us of our finite experience here. It reminds us that there are things that need to be done. We have small death cycles within our lives. We have large death cycles within this life. We have large death cycles between lifetimes. The microcosm within the macrocosm, it goes up and up and up and up and up to the universal and galactic levels. It goes down, down, down to the subatomic levels. We are merely living according to the template of life. It's important for us to remain malleable. It's important for us to remain changeable. You, as a mutable sign, certainly understand what that means. Two of Wands comes out. In the corner there, we have the Hierophant, or Chiron in this deck. I am using a new deck, the Mythic Tarot deck. I'm traveling, forgot my cards, so I had to go buy a new one in Denver. So I like this one. But here we have our inner healer, our inner guru, our inner master, sitting there in the shadows. It is our choice to go in. Sometimes we choose to stand outside and choose to be protective and choose not to listen. But now is a time to listen. Now is a time to be open to any and all wisdoms that are meant for us at this time. This is a no-joke season. I gotta tell you, I was not expecting such huge readings this month. I really, really wasn't. I was expecting a lot next month because of Venus moving into Scorpio and then doing a retrograde there. October will be interesting. And maybe this season is all preparation. You know, it's not an accident that this stuff is happening. The Justice reverse. See, the black and white in the Justice card represent our conscious with the white and our unconscious with the black, or subconscious perhaps. The things that are accessible to us. Eve's even shown here, the black and white. The black and the light, right? I mean, it's separate, but they are still connected, and the light can illuminate at any time. Now, Justice reverse in general represents some kind of injustice that is done, or that was done. It indicates a lack of balance, both internal and external, because the external lack of balance could not exist if it were not for your internal imbalance. It is important for me as a tarot card reader and as a student of spirituality that I try as hard as I can to convey the message that anything that exists in the outside world must exist in the inside world first. And our inside world calls upon the external world, which is why this star energy is so critical and why it's coming out full force. Every single sign thus far has had the star manifest. Because I don't think it's going to be possible for us to contain this stuff anymore. This is the true essence of the age of Aquarius. This is the Aquarian card. This is the true essence of Aquarius. Now, I was just at a disclosure conference in Colorado. And one of the things that they really hit home was, if we ever expected the world to change, if we ever wanted the secrets of the government to come out, if we ever wanted, the military-industrial complex to expose what they're doing, or ETs, if we ever wanted this stuff to come out and this information to be available to us, we had to begin disclosing our own secrets in honor of the macrocosm, or the microcosm inside the macrocosm concept. To honor that. So now it is time for us to disclose. We're not going to have a choice, because the Christ consciousness energy that is indicated by the age of Aquarius, which we know we're in, we know that this is the time when Christ consciousness comes back to the world. We are no longer in the dark ages anymore. So it makes no sense for us to continue living in the dark ages. And we're not going to have a choice. We are going to feel compelled to just let it out. Because we came to this world to be healed. Because I suspect that many of us have been here for quite a while. And I think a lot of us want to just go home to wherever the heck it is we came from. I know my Piscean people, they look around at this world, they're like, this isn't right, man. This is not what it's supposed to be. Like, I remember a world that is full of love and compassion. I remember a world where we work together. I remember a world where it wasn't so hard and so full of pain and suffering. And it is our jobs as souls now to bring that healing to the world, but we must heal ourselves first. Because how can we expect to heal others if we ourselves are trapped in the dark ages? That's what Nine of Pentacles is all about. Self-respect, self-reliance, independence, doing things for ourselves that make us happy, doing things that bring us success. I'm gonna move my chair again, sorry. It's loud, I know. Nine of Pentacles is about abundance that we create for ourselves. And then we have 7 and 3. Some of you are going to be offered something. I wonder if this person has something to offer, and I wonder if it's really worthwhile. Because with the 7, I always feel a sense of struggle. When I say struggle, I mean, it's kind of like, do I do it? Is it worth it? Is it real? Again, the moon in the center, there is an element of deception, a feeling like maybe someone is lying to you, a feeling like someone's not being super legit. Okay, trust your instinct. It's going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the day, things can come, things can happen this month for you in a really good way. There could be new collaborative efforts, there could be new business ideas, new projects, there could be new things that you do to bring in high quality energies into your life. And that's something to be excited about. It's all in spite of whatever imbalance there is. These things help to find or establish balance. Okay, let's clarify a little bit more. Let's get 3 more cards out. Page of Cups. Ah, the Wheel of Fortune. I cannot tell you how excited I am that this came out, because it hasn't come out yet. Not a single time. So I'm getting a couple firsts. Got a first Page of Swords in Aquarius. Now I'm getting the first Wheel of Fortune with you. Amazing. And 5 of Wands. Page of Cups. Again, I think this is the offering, you know. Same as what this woman is handing you here. Page of Cups can be a romantic offering. It can be a creative thing. Someone trying to get in contact with you, to reach out with you. Again, see how this girl is looking. Is it a girl? I think I asked this before. I don't know. This child is looking into the cup. I feel like there's a reflection going on there. And again, you are the creator of this coming in by creating it internally first. However, if you feel suspect or suspicious, excuse me, if you feel suspicious of what this is, I don't necessarily think you need to be. I do think the person you're dealing with is being upright and true. I don't sense deception here. However, this person is going to represent all different kinds of people for you. And because of the moon quality and the death quality, there can be some of you that are dealing with a person that's not so, you know, forthright. Possible. So those of you who feel suspect or suspicious of what this is, rightfully so, follow your instinct. I'll clarify it in the comprehensive reading. But see, now we get the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates good things coming. So we kind of have this man on the wheel, and we can see how here he is sitting, balanced, lovely, wonderful, amazing. And then he starts falling and collapsing, and then he starts struggling, you know, just trying to continue to grasp. And then he begins to climb back up. And that ipso facto, the essence of life, the ebbs and flow of life. And this is a wheel that can be transcended through spiritual mastery. This is the death process pictured as a wheel. The death and rebirth process. We are making our way back up here. This is the essence of Christ consciousness, or an enlightened state. You are making your way back up. That is why it is so critical for this stuff to come out, because if you can imagine having a heavy load trying to climb up, how much harder it will be to climb up. So it is important to let this stuff out once and for all. Again, I don't really think you're going to have a choice. 5 of Wands is a card of strife or struggle. There are demons that need to be slain. Demons or insects, perhaps. Bugs, things that bug us. Things that prevent our path of progress from unfolding. See, the wonderful thing about the moon, even though it can have sometimes some deceptive qualities or whatever, it is always indicative of truth. And if we really understand the moon energy, there is no fooling us. If you really understand what those intuitive feelings feel like, nothing can get past you. I think this month you're going to have some point of confusion, but you're going to figure it out real quick. I'll clarify that in the comprehensive. I'll do that card first. All right, Pisces. I'm going to leave you with that. I really wish you nothing but the best. I really, really do. I think it's a turning point kind of month for you. All right? So if I don't see you in the comprehensive, then I'll see you next month. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.